Okay, welcome everybody to Coffee and Art in the Morning, Monday morning. Thanks everybody for being here. Got a few things to catch up. I like to do my studio catch-ups on Monday morning, although I do talk. If you are watching this on YouTube, the recording on YouTube, this is a live chat in Ustream with the live audio, live people, mostly awake. Not all, but mostly awake. So anyway, I do a little pre-chat for probably about 30 minutes before I hit record. So to get caught up with everybody, say good morning to everybody that I see that's here. And yeah. So I have my brown paper roll out, my craft paper roll, and the roll is down there. So all I have to do is pull this toward me if I want to do more. It's our big roll paper to do big drawings on. So I'm going to do some drawing today. And if it's not fun, I don't do it. So I'm just going to give y'all a little studio update. And yeah, Connie, I hear you, but you know, if you have to have special ones, you got to pay for it, right? We're talking about glasses, by the way. Okay, so over the weekend, we went down to the High Museum. Boo did not get to go because she had to have, she has cheer camp, excuse me, today and tomorrow. But me, Hubster, and Cam went to the Warhol exhibit. Hang on, guys. I got Cam the big Marilyn, you know, the Marilyn Monroe that he's famous for, print t-shirt, and I didn't get myself anything except a little pin. I got myself this and a couple postcards. I got Cam the t-shirt that looks like this. So anyway, these are just the flyers and that they give out. So I always like to get these, collect them up. I usually collect, I think I already have an Andy Warhol magnet on my refrigerator, but I collect refrigerator magnets every time we go to the museum. And of the exhibits that we go to and our they always, you know, sell the little magnets. You know, they're usually about this big. And they didn't have any. They didn't have any Andy Warhol magnets this time because I filled my whole refrigerators full of magnets from the High Museum. So anyway, that's all I got there. I do have a couple pictures to show y'all though. Let's move this way. I moved them over onto my iPad so they'd be easy to see as opposed to being on my phone, which is where I took them. So first off, on the drive, I'll give y'all a little update. A little update. So when we were going up, the High Museum, downtown Atlanta, it's only about like 30 minutes from here, north of us. Cam and Boo live north Atlanta, so to go see them, it's an hour and a half. But just to downtown for us, it's only about 30 minutes, unless there's traffic issues. There was a wreck going north on 75. 4 lanes blocked. It took us 2 hours, nearly 2 hours, to get to it for a 30-minute drive. So while we were doing that, y'all know that I'm in sketchbook summer. Here's my sketchbook. I'm in sketchbook summer. Well, I guess I don't need to show you on the iPad. I can show you in here. Sketchbook summer. And one of the, I'm just going to flip to the page where I have this. The prompt, one of the recent prompts was aliens. Oh, good. Valerie's talking about some stuff she ordered. Anyway, so while we're sitting in traffic, creeping along, of course, Boo and Cam were in the back asleep. Now, we dropped off Boo. Her dad picked her up downtown because she had, like I said, she had cheer camp, so she had to go. So she didn't get to go to the museum, but the museum, oh my gosh, it was shoulder to shoulder. Sunday at the High is redonkulous with people. So while we were sitting in traffic, I took my sketchbook and this much in, you know, just a little bag of pencils and stuff. So what I had in here, I had my little water brush and I had one of these Derwent Aquatone, these little Derwent Aquatones. I don't even think they make these anymore. But anyway, it's like a watercolor pencil stick like thing. And I just have a few colors. I think I've given most of them away. But anyway, so I took this and my water brush, and while I was waiting in traffic, if y'all know, I'm sure y'all know Giorgio from, you know, the Ancient Alien show on History. Let me show y'all a picture of him. And so, and it's a big meme thing. And there's I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens. Oh no, not at all, Prisma, not at all. Let's see, let me look up Giorgio aliens and I'll find him. Let's see. Anyway, it's like a meme thing that, you know, me and a bunch of people on Twitter, we always, you know, talk about. I'm not saying it was aliens, but it's aliens. Exactly, Aaron. So this is him. If y'all, let me show you a picture of him. So this is Giorgio. He's Greek, and I don't even know if I can pronounce his last name. Tsoukalos. Soukalos? I don't know. Anyway, it's Giorgio. So anyway, on Twitter, Giorgio, you know. Anyway, so when I was stuck in traffic, this is what I did. ATL traffic. I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens. I put a bunch of little aliens in his head. He's known for his big puffy hair, right? So this is what I did in the car. I know his hair. That's what he's known for, right, Sue? He has this big, beautiful mop of hair. So anyway, Sketchbook Summer's prompt, which you don't have to follow their prompts. They're just like if you want to and can't think of anything to draw. Anyway, so I used the prompt and did Sketchbook Summer alien. So yeah, so that was my prompt, and I did post it on Instagram with the hashtag Sketchbook Summer. If y'all, and even if you're not in Sketchbook Summer and you just want to see what everybody's doing, just go on Instagram and hashtag Sketchbook Summer and see what everybody's doing. No, he has big, fluffy, full, fluffy hair. So anyway, that's what I did there. If Jean comes in, I got to show Jean. So I'll only show this if Jean comes in. But in the meantime, let me keep talking about what else we did and show my pictures here. So back to the museum. Let me get my pictures to come back up. Okay, so we had to drop a Boo off with her dad, do the handoff so he could drive another hour. Hopefully, I don't even know how long it took him to get home. Probably 2 hours to get back home to North Georgia. So anyway, then we went to Blick. So we went to Blick. So here's Cam in front of Blick. We went to Blick. And I'll show you what I bought at Blick. I know, don't laugh at me, but this is what I got at Blick. A new white pencil and a new eraser. This is all I needed. So this is what I got. I got a new, I love this tri-tip erasers, and I got a new Prismacolor white. So that's all I got. Cam got a new porcelain watercolor dish. Oh, and I bought him a skeleton poster. So that's what he got at Blick. So let's see. Didn't I have a picture of me and him together? Oh yeah, here we are. So there's us at Blick. We did a selfie. Yeah, we photobombed Blick. That's all I got, Lindsay. So this is at the High Museum. This is when we were driving by the outside. I got a picture. I did tweet this too. So there's this is a huge building right here, right? And we were just driving by the outside. So I wanted a picture of the big exhibit. They always exhibit everything on the side of the building. So there's that. Then inside, I did get a little video. Let's see if it'll play here on my iPad. Let's see. All right, so here we go. There's all the soup cans. I went a little fast. So got that. Here's me standing in front of one of them. that's the tomato soup can. So there's that, and then Cam, let's see what I got him. Oh, he wanted to be, there's Cam next to the Maryland poster. Well, let's see. Let's see. So, and yes, that's not an app, that's his real hair color. Well, it's not his real hair color. That's his current hair color. Sorry guys, there it goes. It wants to flash out a little. But anyway, so there's Cam with in front of the Maryland poster. He changes his hair color every month. Here's Hubster. There's Hubster in front of the Maryland. Here's the Campbell soup dress. I just took a few pictures, and oh my gosh, it was so packed. Everybody was taking selfies with everything, with Maryland, the soup cans. It was like it was almost like the museum, the Warhol exhibit was set up for people to take selfies. I'm not kidding. It was a selfie haven day. And then here's Cam standing in front of a huge Warhol photo. So that's how big that was there. Let's see what else. I think that's all that I put over on my iPad. And then we went to the varsity. If anybody knows ATL and varsity, there's the varsity sign. And varsity, anytime we go to varsity, which is only a couple times a year, we just don't go downtown that often unless there's a new exhibit or I need something at Blick, which I don't need to go to the Blick because I can always order online at Blick. But if we go to the museum, it's kind of like our thing. We go to the museum, we go to Blick, and we go to the varsity. And anytime I post pictures of the varsity on Twitter, they always like it. So that was nice. So they did like it. And there was my lunch. The greasy onion rings I always tell y'all about. They are the yummiest thing ever. So that's all I got. Hubster got hot dogs and Cam got a hamburger. But we all got onion rings. So I think that's my update. I think that's all I got updated on my pictures. That's all that's going on there. And while we were waiting, I got to say this real quick. While we were waiting, chatting before we started recording, I have the Wingnut book, which is, quips, quotes, and funny sayings that we all say here. We've had this thing for years. And when anybody says anything funny or quippy or quotey, we put it on a Post-it note and stick it in this Wingnut book. And before I hit record, we're talking about making the chat bigger. And I said I had to enlarge because they don't have the pop-out chat anymore. So I had to enlarge the chat 150%. And Azure Muse and K-More go, oh my gosh, I feel myself getting big. And one goes, I feel bloated. So anyway, I wrote that down, and that with Azure Muse and K-More, so that goes in the Wingnut book. Now, the thing about the Wingnut book, none of this makes sense unless you're here. It's definitely one of the, you got to be here to get it, because like Denise, when she was here helping me organize, probably a year ago now, I said, look, read some of the things. Oh, look, here's something from Janet right here. Look, I just saw that Janet right here. These aren't even on Post-it notes. This is on a whole full-on sheet of paper. Anyway, I said, read some of those. See if they're funny. They don't make any sense. It has to be, you have to be here to understand these. So anyway, that's the Wingnut book. So Azure Muse and K-More made it to the Wingnut book. Okay. Yeah, I went vegetarian for the lunch. Yeah. It was packed too. They had all kinds of things going on downtown, I guess, other than the museum. Sunday Museum is packed. I think that's something going on at the Fox Theater. And all that is all downtown where you're driving, you're driving through all of it. And the varsity was packed. We had to go inside. We started to go to the drive-up part. And we couldn't get anybody, and they're usually like Johnny on the spot. But it was so packed, inside and out that we just finally got out of the drive, the pull up, window you get served at your window thing, and just parked and went inside. And then we still had to wait probably 45 minutes. It was jam-packed, everything downtown. It was just like, I thought not going downtown Atlanta on 4th of July, because, we had planned to go on 4th of July to the Andy Warhol. I said, I don't know. We all decided, yeah, the traffic's probably going to be really bad on 4th of July. Couldn't have been any worse than it was this weekend with the wreck and the traffic. And oh my gosh, it was like I said, redunkerous. And I don't even know whoever says that, but it just kind of hits me as funny. So I say it every now and then. So that was what we did, the Andy Warhol and Varsity and Blick. So anyway, so yeah, this is my summer sketchbook, or sketchbook summer sketchbook. You have to fill it in a month. I'm not saying I'm going to, but anyway, this light might be a little bright. Let me turn this bright daylight bulb off. Got a little bright. That's a little better. But I'm working in it. But I really don't want to. Well, but it's worth it, Cheshire. Those I wouldn't sit for 45 minutes anywhere else except for those onion rings. Just saying. I was barely wanting to stay for it anyway, but we did, because Hubster had his heart set on those chili dogs. But anyway, so I'm not going to show. I'll show a couple of things, like I showed the Giorgio, and I have some other things I'm working on. But I'll wait until the end of the month and show you what I do have done. I can't promise I'll get. I think there's 70 pages, so and they want you to do front and back, so it's 140 pages in a sketchbook in a month. But I do have something I will show Jean if she comes in. If she doesn't come in, then I'm not going to show it. All right, so there's that. So I rolled out, this is my big roll of paper here. My big, all it is a roll of shipping paper. And we haven't worked on the big art scroll, as I call it, in a long time. And the old art scroll, let me see, I cut it up. Let me see if I can get to some of it. Hang on, I rearranged my portfolios. I think it's in this portfolio. I rearranged my how I keep my portfolios and reorganized them, and I did show one of these this morning. These are my animal posters. I showed this one because one of the girls said she was trying to she had her earbuds in trying to curl her hair. So don't get that tied up. Everybody thought the same thing. Did you look in SpongeBob when you saw those? Did you look like SpongeBob? Yeah. I know, Bruce. I love their onion rings. Oh my gosh, they're so good. Yeah, since Inktober's 3 months away, I picked a theme. Yeah. Oh, have I picked a theme for Inktober? No, I have not picked a theme for Inktober. And when I did another flip through for you guys for Inktober, I'm just going to record this as our studio update and art flip. I don't know, before we actually get to work on the project. That's the one video that didn't upload a couple weeks ago. So what did Galena say? Yeah, I have not picked a oh, Rebecca, you changed your name back. Okay. So everybody's having to re-put their name in with the new chat, and changing their name. And do you ever sleep? I mean, I'm out already. This is what I do. I mean, since I retired from visual merchandising, this is what I do. So I do it all the time. Book. So anyway, but these, I did these a couple of years ago now, and I still haven't put them up on Society 6 as phone covers. But anyway, so yeah, because like this one, I wanted a phone cover like right here. I thought that would be a good one because of the earbuds. So we'll just do a little flip. We'll just call this one. This one is my 4 Horsemen. And so yeah, there's that. I'm just going to flip through these real quick. Of course, I know his name is not Mike on the ad, but my Hump Day Camel, I named him Mike. So there's Mike. Let's see what else we got here. See, they're getting a little bent in that portfolio I squeeze them into. Here's Squirrel in Space. Here's my Giraffe. I think we called him, I forget, Time Traveling Giraffe. I forget. I have names for all of them. They're all written down. Here's Miss Lisa Scott is the one that named this one Ottersea, I think is what she named it. This is Ottersea. This is the one that was on the cover of the e-magazine I guess a year ago now, anyway. So Ottersea. This is the one I use for my logo all the time. The lemur has landed. This one, and I use this one. You know, y'all see my header, and on my business cards. Here, I'll show you here's a postcard of my. This is the same. It's exactly like my what do you call it? Business card, but just, you know, postcards. The lemur has landed. I know, right, Taddy? I can't believe it's going to be October. I know. And here's a llama. And a lot of these are probably still on YouTube way back. Because these are probably when I first got on YouTube, these are some of the ones I did. Some might have been a little before YouTube. My red panda and his steampunk. What else? The Alice Bunny, Alice in Wonderland. When Pigs Fly. This is When Pigs Fly with the big ear lobe things in the ear, the nose ring and a tattoo. I like When Pigs Fly with the wings. And then here's my peace sloth. This is everybody's favorite. This one's really big. It's like 30 by, I don't know, 24 by 30, something like that, I think. No, maybe not. No, it's probably 18 by 24. I don't know. Anyway, this is the biggest of the posters. So, yeah. And it's got bits of collage, and then this is all painted. I hand paint all this, and it's my own hand. I didn't have. Let's see, which hand would it be? I drew my own hand while we were sitting. So anyway, it's while we were here. I did this one on a show as well. So there's my, and that's not all of them. That's just a handful that I grabbed. So this one. This has, I think, where I cut up all our scroll. I had all these, I think, were on a big scroll. I need to glue that sticker back down. These were all on a scroll, and I cut them up because I couldn't get to the animals or whatever I wanted when I wanted to get to something on a scroll. So I cut them all up. Yeah, that's just, hey, why not? All right, let me move this. I got to keep things shuffling around so I have space. But so you can see this is all cut up scroll work. Everybody wants me to do a color book. Here's the thing about that, guys. It would absorb all my time. Any extra time I had, it would be absorbed in doing a color book. The second thing is there's already, and I mean this in the best way, hundreds, if not thousands of color books out there already that are so awesome that I personally enjoy coloring in. I'd rather take my time to do color book example pages for you guys, like coloring them, than making a color book when it's just not my passion. You know, my passion here is to help you guys have ideas. And I don't call myself a teacher. I mean, people learn things, obviously. You'll learn something on any YouTube video or Ustream show. But my passion is to share ideas and constantly be doing new things and trying new things, new products and new techniques and whatever. That's what I enjoy. So, you know, I mean, I do my commission portraits, my realism portraits that you don't see me do but rarely on a show. And that's what I love doing, not making a color book. And no dissing on anybody that's making color books at all. It's just, I know myself. After doing art for, you know, let's just say, 50 years, that I know myself and how I roll. I have another idea that I want to do. That's ideas for you guys. It's going to be an idea project for you guys to have new ideas. There's where my passion lies. And if I just like go off and go, oh, everybody wants a color book, so I'm going to do a color book, my heart's not going to be in it, you know? Hey, Kiki, my heart is not going to be in it. Yeah, Janet says, you won't learn anything at my show, but you laugh. And by the way, Janet's back to streaming. Jay Merle, Monkey Island Madness. She's back to streaming. She's back after a month of Sundays, as we say. She was out of town. And so she's back to her regular stream times, which is right after mine on Mondays at 1. So look for Monkey Island Madness. And she does upload most of the time, most of her shows, uploads to Ustream. I think it's at the same name. Is it Monkey Island Madness on YouTube, or is it Jay Merle? I forgot what the name is on YouTube. I have all my friends bookmarked in my favorites, and I have them just by their first name. So I can't ever remember the names of their. I should probably keep my YouTube videos by their YouTube channel names rather than just my friend's name, like Jean, Janet. You know what I mean? Oh. Yeah, exactly. So trust me, guys, I love color books. I'm not dissing on color books or anybody that wants to draw one, make one, or anything like that. It's just not my passion to make a color book. My passion is to make books and share ideas. If I'm going to make a book, it's going to be a book on ideas, not on not a color book. So, yeah, I just wanted to explain that because everybody asks me all the time. It's your name. The channel name's not. I know Monkey Island Madness is your Ustream. What is your YouTube channel name though? It's not showing up for me, Janet. Oh, YouTube is Janet M. Young. Okay, so Janet M. Young is Monkey Island Madness. Janet. Yeah. Hey, Lena. Lena, I didn't get your answer earlier. If you answered me, it scrolled by. If you were the one that messaged me on Messenger, I think yesterday. I can't find your name on Twitter. It's a different name if you're the same one. Okay, so let's keep moving on. This is just a bunch of stickers on here. Some of them are ones I've made for Cam. No, I think those are on the back. And they're just different stickers that I've collected, you know. Here's some of the ones I've made these out of Cam's art. So these are some of the stickers from his art. This is Cam's art here. This is all his art that I turned into stickers for him, for his friends. I told him he needs a business, but again, guys, this one's his, that one's his, that one's his. Being in advanced art and some other, okay, I think I'm gonna have to close my blinds. Sun, just hang on, guys. That means I gotta climb up on the table. Close the blinds. The sun just started beaming down in here. It's very time consuming. I mean, he sometimes, he might have to have 3, 5 projects. and keep sketchbooks for the, you know, semester, and he's in art club, and right now he's working on summer portfolio. It's a lot of time, and that's not including his academics, which he's also good at. So, you know, it's yeah. I wish he had more time to do a little mini business, you know, but he doesn't. So anyway, I pulled this out because this is, let me see, I think probably go this way with it. These are all animals that we did on a scroll. And so to find something, like someone goes, oh, well, let me see that raccoon. I'm scrolling, you know, on a big piece. This is a huge all this is that we're talking about here is shipping wrapping paper, you know, shipping paper, and you can get it for like $3 a roll. And there's like, I don't know how many feet on it, but there's a lot. So if you want to practice or enjoy drawing on brown paper and you don't want to buy the, you know, a sketchbook of brown paper, get you a roll. Now you can cut it out neater than this too. I just chopped them out of my scroll. But you can, oh, thanks, Connie. If you like drawing, painting, sketching on brown paper, get you a roll of shipping paper. Now, it's probably not acid free. It's probably not going to last forever. Don't email me. But I'll show you some of the ones that we've done here. Like this was a whole page of, this one right here was a whole page of clownfish. I think I added something else. Oh, I cut this one out and put it on black paper. But these are all, these were all done on a big sheet of paper. And then I just, you know, chopped them out of the, so I'll just go through this real quick. It's, gosh. Oh, the sun. The sun. Let's fix the sun. Let's fix the sun. Let's see here, guys. I don't want to get it too dark, but it's really kind of flashed out a little here. Okay, maybe that's good there. So just different little sketches that we've done here on the show. There's our Frankenstein giraffe. We had drawn the giraffe and we turned him into Frankenstein, I think last Halloween. Yeah. Hi, Aaron. Here's some sea turtles. And this is all acrylic paint, guys. We sketch it out with white pencil or a piece of white Conti crayon, and then use acrylic paint to paint them in. And they're trust me, guys, these are sketches. They're quickly done. Here's Count Pugula. This again we did on last Halloween. I think it was last Halloween. Was it last Halloween, guys? And he has a Stickles glitter in his eyes, and the blood's all glitter. See? Count Pugula. Okay. Yeah, he's like Frankenstein, those bangs. I thought it almost looked more like Moe from the Three Stooges than Frankenstein. Anyway, there's a seahorse. Here's some sketches of, okay, so here's how you see how we've sketched some stuff out. There's some sea turtle sketches. And then here's one of the, and you see it's as big as, it's big. This is all big, guys. That's why I'm going to be doing this on a roll today. We're gonna be on a roll. Count Pugula with Stickles. Yes. I know, Jen. I forgot, Jen. Yeah, you weren't around reading with pugs. Jen, yes, she would like the Count Pugula with Stickles. Oh my gosh. Oh, so anyway, so you see I just cut them out and folded them up enough to, because they're just sketches. They're not made to do anything else but have sketches. And for you guys. Okay, so here's our bits of this is our Peacock Studies. We did a bunch of bits. Yeah, at the last minute we were running out of time. we did a peacock foot, and I said, the peacock did not defeat me. We got all the parts done. So we got all the parts of a peacock done. Feather. Here's a big bit of one. So these are I'll have to take a picture of that for you, Jen. I'll have to take a picture of Count Pugula. So again, guys, they're just, some sketches here. This one, when I photographed it, I put flowers in the hair. So this is another fun thing you can do. If you do your own art and you want to do prints, or if you want to do prints or phone covers or something, you can do, add your own dimensional things. Now, I just want to show, again, I'm all about the ideas, guys. Let me see if I can find some flowers here. I think when we did this one, I took some flowers, and we just did all kinds of, let's see, these are the little ones. I should have got out the big ones. But anyway, you can take, do it neatly. I'm just going to kind of show you here. But you could do like, a wreath like this around its head, and take a photograph of it and make it like a cool picture. See? Isn't that cool? That would just this right here with the, done neatly and planned out and all that, not just thrown on here, but see, like that. And it would just be a cool picture with some 3D items on it. You can use art supplies, the antler, let's just say you're into pencils, his antlers. And see, now if I was going to do this, I would probably poke holes in this. All right, let's just poke some holes. This is how I would do it, like this. Hang on. See, it got dark again. Hang on, guys. All right, let's go back to the light. Oh, the sun keeps going in and out of the clouds. Okay, so there we go. All right, so I would take, and I would do this. Maybe, let's see, maybe have one coming over the top. Like this. Have one coming over the top. And have all these pencils in his antlers. I know, don't email, I know. So it's like, Dede, you're crazy. I just like to experiment with ideas, guys. This is how you come up with great ideas. You can't be afraid to play. Okay, so there we go. I Snapchatted it. Oh, I Snapchatted the deer? I'm not on Snapchat. How could I have Snapchatted a deer? Oh my gosh. Oh, the High Museum, just like my tweet. Oh, thank you, High. So anyway, maybe he'll have one stuck behind his ear. You did something with your mixed media journal? Oh, I didn't see it, Erin. Oh, I'll have to go find that. So anyway, you can do this now. So anyway, I did all this to say that when we did this guy back when, we put flowers in his hair, and I wanted to show you again. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's keep moving on. Put the flowers away. Oh, there's another pencil. There's still another pencil. All right, so let's see what else we have here. Oh, here's Pedro. Now, Pedro's huge. Pedro is a huge octopus here. Oh, Snapchat has a flower crown filter. Ah, gotcha. See, I don't do Snapchat. I know the kids do, and Denise does. I don't do Snapchat. So, the coloring deer, that's right. All right, so Pedro, there's a whole story behind Pedro. I don't want to get into it because we don't want to bother Pedro on Twitter. But anyway, so yeah. And then after we did some Pedro, Linda White Holloway Art Unit did a whole series, I think, of Pedros. We were all drawing octopus there for a while. So, and we write notes and make it fun and make it funny. So yeah. I had a mail from a bramble patch, where I go for workshops. Oh, the Bramble Patch, got it. Oh, you won second prize in a raffle, and they held a few weeks ago, and you won a box of fabric? You need to tweet pictures. We need pictures. As our I Carry Love Pixie says, it doesn't count if there's no pictures. Dot. We have to have pictures. All right, so let's see what else we got in here. Here's some slow lorries. Some sketches of some slow lorries. Here's this was our cardinal in a bathrobe with goldfish slippers. Did it get dark again, guys? I think I need to readjust the light again. Sorry, when the sun comes around back and forth between the clouds. Yeah. I try to keep it this bright right here, but then the sun comes along and flashes us out. Okay. These are some ideas. These are all from the big scroll. This was our bald eagle professor, Ben Franklin, Professor Avion, with a pocket watch and a fob. E.T., Pixie on a flamingo, be afraid. Hey, Art Unit, speaking of Linda White Holloway Art Unit, our resident Canadian artist. Well, one of them. She's one of our Canadian artists. I call her Art Unit, and she calls me Golden Girl. It's like a thing we've had for 7 years. Okay, so here was our antenna glowing stars loon with the blue rinse, Doc Marten boots, pink combat ones. A pelican's pouch is made for craft stuff. That's why a pelican has a pouch. Okay, so meteor shower shooting stars. And here's our little quick goldfish. I think I showed how you can do these little koi fish with like 3 strokes of a brush. Some of these are, most of this should still be on YouTube, guys. Go back and look. Pixie Hollow, hornologist is that an owl? Hornologist is a study of an owl. Springy things in the hair, boing boing. Ornithology. Anyway, oh, there goes the light again. Never-ending battle. We have a princess drawing, some calligraphy. We did a ideas. This was a packing tape transfer. That's taking your packing tape, and if you've never done that before, is there anybody here that doesn't know how to do a packing tape transfer? Starting kind eagles, girl. Yes, I didn't buy. Actually, they back in the day, and they still may have it. Golden had a artist help thing, like, and they would send you like offshoots or leftovers or extra stock of supplies that they had, and I signed up for it, and I showed my videos, and I talked about all my art, talked about how I used golden matte medium. That's all I wanted. If y'all have any extra golden matte medium, I'll take it. So, you don't know how to do okay, well, we'll do that. I'll leave this out for a minute. So anyway, you have to pay for shipping, you have to pay for shipping, but they sent me 2 cases of golden matte medium, which I have since used every drop. So I might have 1 left, I don't know. Anyway, and I do. They didn't pay me or sponsor me or, anything like that, but back in, 7 years ago, 5, 6, 7 years ago, when I was doing lots and lots and lots of collage, now, I do more like color books and drawing and collage and mixed media and all kinds of things. But I did so much collage back in the day, I could use a jar of it a week. So anyway, here's a pumpkin. Here's a giant lizard. And we did it from scratch, and again, it's not finished, but my idea is to show the idea. I want to show you how to do this stuff. So it doesn't matter to me if it only gets 1 foot done. Hey, Teresa's Cracking Chaos. Okay, I'll leave that out. I'll show y'all how to do a packing tape transfer here in a minute. Here's some blue frogs, and they have open-toed shoes. Silver is the one. I try to write, if somebody gives me a funny name, I try to put down who said it. So Silver was the one that suggested that they have open-toed shoes or frog flops. See, there's like a flip-flop there with the open-toed shoe. We have too much fun on this show. Just saying. Here's some of the blues we used. Here's some more little sketches that we didn't get to painting. You can watch in the car. Okay, Connie. Good to have you here, wherever you are. I'm just doing a little studio update. Big Oh my gosh, it's Mimi. We named her Mimi. If y'all remember the Drew Carey show, and if you remember Mimi, this is our version of Mimi. With her cigarette holder and her alligator bag. Oh my gosh. So there's Mimi. We need to have more. That's what I got my big roll of paper back out, guys, for us to do some more fun things like this. It's just too much fun. Let's see. Paint with a stick. I don't even remember how, we were going to do Woody riding on a Yoo-hoo rocket. It's lots of fun. Yeah. You like the lizard? I know you have probably done this before, but could you possibly talk about basic composition of collage? The thing about my collages, I don't really think about composition other than I like my colors to be cohesive, and that's true in my color book pages too. Like if I use red in something, I want some here, some here, some here. Kind of like a triangle. Or then blue might be in opposite colors. But I try to make my colors cohesive. I don't really overthink composition when I'm doing some of my, like my big poster here. There's no composition to this here. Well, there might be a little. All right, so here's one of my big collage posters. This one here. There's really no composition to it other than maybe a triangle of big things. Like, see, there's 3 big things here. But I don't really overthink the composition. I mean, I don't want to say comes naturally, but I mean, not always, because like this to me is not really compositionally, that great. And then also when I did that color book page for you guys, when I was drawing it, I did that in 2 hours without really overthinking it. And there's a lot of places where the tangents aren't, it's not good compositionally. you know, but I'm just playing. I'm doing this for you guys. I'm not a teacher. I'm not trying to teach composition or anything else for that matter. I just show you what I'm doing. Sometimes things turn out, sometimes they don't turn out. But if they don't turn out, then you know what not to do. Connie said that her grandkids call her Mimi. Oh my gosh. So anyway, this is one of the big posters. It's on a roll. I did this on black paper on a big roll, and yeah, I have a few of these big posters like this. They're just stuck up here in my. Okay, so here's where we did. This one was where we did. That foam that you can heat up the foam. I don't have it in here. It's in the other room and Cam's in there asleep. But they're blocks of blue foam, and when you heat it up with the heat gun and then mash it into, like I did here with buttons, I mashed it in, and then it makes the impression on the foam, and then you can use it for a stamp. So that's what that is. Here's a self-portrait. Here's how to do I think it was Renee who said that. Ladybug cotillion. Ladybugs made with thumbprints. We did quick little face sketches with, I think we did some bubble wrap blobs and it didn't turn out, so we just turned them into some fun little faces there. To buy some of that. Lena, it's just, you know, as far as like, you know, we talk about it in color books, like you're the boss of your color book. You can't be afraid. I do this stuff live and I just go for it. And if it doesn't turn out, it's like, so what? You know? I mean, who cares? We're having fun. There's a whole bunch of us here, sometimes like 100 of us here having fun, you know. And we just want to have fun, and somebody gets ideas off of it, you know. Here's where Jean looked. I think she looked them up. We're talking about like herd, swarms, a bevy, a murder is a flock of ravens, a school of fish. Doves are called a duel. You know, a clutter of cats. Although we herd cats around here. Oh, you're talking about the paper? Yeah. If that's what you're talking about, Valerie, I missed what you were talking about. But if y'all are talking about this shipping paper, I get it at Hobby Lobby and Michael's for, I think it's like $3 for a big roll of shipping paper to doodle on. So you can't. Now, who could be afraid to mess up on a roll of shipping paper, for goodness sake? Just saying, people. Just saying. Oh, here's where we did some wax crayon thing, and it did bleed through. The wax, when we heated up the wax, it did bleed through the paper. Here's some little starfish, and I wrote down these. I think we did this with Neil color. There's the colors, and also speaking of colors, this is an excellent way for you just to get out crayons. Your Crayola crayons and sketch. Some ladybugs, feathers, little owls, some emus, an eagle. I was looking for this the other day because I was thinking about during 4th of July that I wanted to, I used an old eagle from one of my others, but I need to pull this out and take a picture of it. You can get shipping paper. Yeah, from the Dollar Tree. Exactly, Suzanne. What else is in here? Some wind and leaves. Some hummingbirds. Again, guys, it's flashing out again because the sun came back out. Go figure, it's summer. Here's some little deer sketches. Oh, I think this is the one that we put the flowers on. I think this is the one I photographed with the halo of flowers. It's from 2015. So these are done 2 years ago. Some calligraphy, some wax seal experimenting. Put a feather. That's a real feather. Put a feather in there in the wax seal. Yes, that's right, Linda. Sketch with crayons after crayon sniffing. We need to put that in the wingnut book. Sketch with crayons after sniffing. If y'all don't know, I have a box for just sniffing. I have a box of crayons just for sniffing. And wait a minute, let me get it. That had to go in the wingnut book. Let's see, where is it? Ah, here we go. So, this box of crayons is not for using, it's just for sniffing. So, here, y'all take a sniff. Take a sniff. And if you're on the road, Sister Woman made me a travel emergency crayon sniff box. Sister Woman gave me that. So if you're traveling and you have to have your crayon sniff, hi Eileen. If y'all see Jean come in, I got something I want to show. I'm only going to show if Jean comes in. Alright, so we're just going through some of the old sketches. Here's a big calligraphy demo. We did a big calligraphy alphabet demo one day. Let's see what else. We're getting to the bottom of this. Here's another calligraphy with a quote. Here's, what's this? Another thing of using like overlapping letter numbers, how to trace them out if you don't think you can overlap. This showed how to overlap. You can't do it, then you can trace it and then go from there. What else? I don't even know what that was. A stencil something. Here's here's an example of a fail. So somebody wanted me to draw a chihuahua, I think it was. So we started with this. And just the fact that he was so big, I mean, it's a big sheet of paper, don't get me wrong. She came in, she's in the shower. Okay, oh, there she is. I'll show you some. Hang on, Jean. So I drew this, and I said, doesn't even look like a chihuahua. I mean, just maybe because of the size. So I redrew it again. I still wasn't happy with it, so we drew it a third time, and then he came out a little better. Again, this is just all, on the fly, guys. Another little dog we did probably that same day. Okay, we're flashing it again. Here's another little pug. I draw my sister-in-law's. She has her pug is Chug the pug, and all of the pugs you see me draw, they're based on hers. And then here's a collage in the back of this portfolio here. All the pugs I draw are based on her pug. And she also had a dog his name was Bear, and he passed away last week. So my sister-in-law has now just Chug, who's really old, and yeah, he just sleeps all day. So anyway, both her dogs were really old. So now let's fix the lighting again. It's just the way of it, as Barb would say. The way of it. We'll just have to keep adjusting the lighting as the sun comes and goes. Yeah, didn't it smell good, those crayons? Hey, Sarah. No, not at the same time. I can see the list, Sarah, of who's here if I toggle. If I click the little people icon, it'll go to the people, the list of who's here. Then I have to click on the icon again to get back to chat because I don't have a pop-out chat. All right, so let me move this out of the way. We're just doing a little bit of studio catch-up here and chat, and then we're going to draw on the big paper. So, yeah, I'm going to keep this one out. And then I'm going to show y'all how to do a tape transfer. All right, so Jean, I said I wasn't going to show anything out of my sketchbook, summer, or much. until, hey Miss Q, until the end of the month where I'm going to show you everything that's in it. Except I did show Giorgio this morning. So, yeah, because the theme was aliens. I drew this while I was stuck in traffic. So it's like literally, this is literally 5 minutes or less. I did this in like 5 minutes in the car, waiting, stuck in traffic in Atlanta yesterday. But anyway, so that's Giorgio with the aliens in his hair. Anyway, but that's not what I wanted to show Jean. So one of the prompts, and again, I kind of sort of do some of the prompts, sort of not, like cats and robots. Here's some of my cats and robots. I did a whole bunch of robot cats. But then one of the themes, and I got some other robots here too. I think it was chickens. So I did a couple things. I don't know if y'all know Rhea, the naked bird. Now, Rhea, I don't think it's a chicken. I'm not sure what Rhea is. If y'all don't follow Rhea, R-H-E-A, Rhea, the naked bird, I'm not sure what kind of bird she is. But anyway, she's the naked bird. She's got like a gazillion followers. Let me look it up real quick. On Instagram. And Cameron's the one that showed me Rhea. Let's see. And I think that's how you pronounce it, R-H-E-A. Rhea, the naked bird, has 423,000 followers. And what it is, it's a bird that I guess has a disease that doesn't get feathers. I'm not sure the whole backstory. Hey, Jamie, Art with you. I am a stay-at-home mom with 3 little boys, and your husband works 13 hours a day. Sometimes you are the only adult voice. Oh, well, welcome. Good to have you. I have not tried master markers, Julie P. I have not. Rhea is, oh, Rhea, that is a type of bird. Okay, Book Nester. Well, anyway, this is Rhea and the naked bird. And it's literally a bird with no feathers. And again, I'm not sure why, because I haven't read the whole backstory. But Cam found it for me. And what they do, bless its little heart, they're always doing little clothing for Rhea. And it's really, I mean, bless its heart, it's just ugly as can be. But it's so ugly, it's cute. So they're always like, you know, putting little things on Rhea. Here. And I'm sure they have, you know, some kind of funding through some other. Well, anyway, I said all that to say, oh, here's somebody posted an outfit for Rhea. So let me cover this up. So I did draw Rhea. I drew Rhea for 4th of July, and actually I did draw Rhea for Cam, because Cam loves Rhea. They sell, there's actually shirts. Now, Rhea's not telling me to, I mean, I'm not sponsored by Rhea. But they, you can buy t-shirts, and Cam wants a Rhea t-shirt. So anyway, the naked bird, it's a species of bird similar to an emu. It is so little. It's the bird's only like this big. So your bird, Squaw Moon said, Mick, her bird just fainted. Is Mick in love with Rhea? Squaw Moon. Yes, Eileen, a naked bird. So anyway, I drew this for Cam for 4th of July. Well, anyway, so that all being said, I put this on the same page because I want to fill the sketchbook pages, not just have like one thing, unless it's like Giorgio that took up a full page. Anyway, so one of the prompts was chickens. So Jean, are you still here, Jean? One of the prompts was chicken on Sketchbook Summer. If y'all don't know, our music Jean is a music teacher. She's a retired music teacher, but she used to play the bagpipe and she was in, what are they called again? I forgot what the name of a group of bagpipers is. What is it called again, Jean? When you have, it's not a band. It's not a band of bagpipers. It's not a band. I probably have it written down here. No, Lindsay Whimsy. I missed something that Janet said said that Rhea's neck looks like hers. Wingnut. Rhea's neck looks... I'm filling up the Wingnut book today. Oh, Eileen. Eileen said a group of bagpipers is called strange. No, a pipe band. Thank you, Jean. So anyway, Jean, the prompt was chickens. So I drew a chicken pipe band. In honor of you, Jean. I wasn't going to show it till the end of the month. But they have their little plaid kilts on. So there's my chicken pipe band for you, Jean. All for you. Now my eyes are watering. My eyes are watering now. Oh my gosh. So that's for our Jean. You like it, Jean? I wasn't going to show it till the end of the month, but Jean, I couldn't resist. So there's my little chicken pipe. I got to write that down. Pipe band, 'cause I always forget. Pipe band. Jean's chicken pipe band. Yeah. And see, they got some little music notes. And anyway, you think it's adorable. Book says, is it just me, or do we all want to get into Dede's head and see her world? A chicken pipe band and kilt. Well, here's the thing, guys. I tell y'all how to do this. Y'all, now, how many times have I shown my idea notebooks, how to do listing, combining things? I have shown you this many times. The problem is you don't want to do your homework. Okay, I'm not going to show y'all anything else in the book for now. Okay. Oh, maybe I will show you one more thing. I'll show this one for Eileen. So one of the, y'all know, I think I told y'all that one of the, well, I did show this. Let me show this again. So, you know, this double page spread here where it was Vikings. So there's a little on Instagram, a 10-second video where I kind of scanned this one. So I did the Vikings. Well, then they had knights. Oh, and I showed y'all the robot cats. These are some alchemist symbols there, but that's my robot cats. So anyway, knights. So I started doing a robot knight. And so I started doing all different robot eyes. And this one's for you. This one is for you, Eileen. Does anybody remember Rosie the robot from the Jetsons? Eileen will remember. Yeah, Eileen did like the Eileen did like the robot. She saw that. I did post that on Insta. She saw this one posted. So I did a Rosie. If y'all remember the Jetsons, some of y'all are probably too young, but anyway. Okay, so that's all I'm going to show y'all now in my sketchbook. This is just a Strathmore Mixed Media Vision. It's got 70 pages, 98 weight, and it's got a cover that you can decorate yourself, which I'm decorating. You love Rosie? Yeah. So I kept this on here just because some of these plastic stickers are, you know, they're bumpy, so I just kind of protect it with this, but this is the actual cover of my sketchbook. I'm just adding stickers to it. Okay, so now let's do this real quick. Let's show you how to do a packing tape. Ooh, a magazine. Do I have one over there? I cleaned out all my fashion magazine. Ah, I do have one. Okay. here's our, okay, so here's our fashion magazine, Oh Ideas. I pull this one out. We do this project every now and then to show y'all how to practice your shapes and stuff. So we have, this is projects we've done here on how to see shapes. But I don't want that right now. I just want to randomly find something in here to do a pack. Ah, here we go. Maybe this eye. Let's do, let's find, I want to try and do something that's, okay, let's do her. Let's do her. So what you do to do a packing tape transfer is you get some packing tape. Clear packing tape. I only have this, what is it, 1.5 inches wide. This is just the stuff I actually use to do packing with. So just take your packing tape, and what you have to do is just, oh, this is almost gone. I'm getting the last piece off that roll. And you put your packing tape over what you want to have a transfer. Then you gotta burnish it really well. So I'll take my nice, clean, new bone folder. And we're going to burnish that down. And you can tell when it's burnished because you can see the little, you can just see it. You can see when it's burnished. So you want to burnish it down really well. And I got to find something, put some warm water in. I think I can just use, here, let me just use one of these. Okay. The better you burnish it, the better your transfer is going to be. Okay? So let's just tear this out. And this is pretty thick. I don't know. I don't know if I should have used this. This page is pretty thick. I don't know. It might be too thick. We'll try it, and let's do a thinner one too. Hang on. We'll do 2. Because I'm not sure on that thicker paper. It should work, but I'm not sure. Here's my new roll of packing tape. Let's do another one on thin paper. I'll just go with her. Okay, hang on. Get another roll started here. Okay, let's do her. Don't need quite that big. So we'll do 2. Hey Dixie, anybody else popping in? Thanks for being here. All right. Let's move this out of the way. And let's see where's that at. Trying to see where the tape is. I burnished it so well. And if y'all missed it, I did show some pictures at the beginning of the show of when we went to the museum and saw the Andy Warhol exhibit. The Andy Warhol exhibit. And showed some pictures of us down there. And the varsity. And the French fry. I mean the onion rings. My greasy onion rings. Good to see you again, Dixie. Yeah, this is why we go to the varsity, right here. What do you have? What do you have? What do you have? So yeah. And then here's Cam at the Maryland poster. Again, it's trying to flash out. But, and let's see what else. Here we are. Cam took a selfie of us at Blick. And here's the big varsity. If you ever drive through Atlanta, you'll see the big varsity sign. Here's me standing in front of one of the Campbell's prints. And one more real quick, then I'll go get some hot water. Where's the video? Here's all the, this is all the different posters that they, And I tell you, I'll say this again. It was like a selfie photo shoot there. It was elbow to shoulder to shoulder in the museum this weekend. Jam-packed Sunday. Everybody was just doing selfies and pictures with all the different Andy Warhol pictures. Oh, let me show you one more. Just to show you the kind of things that people were wanting to get in front of. And I have tons more. These are just the only ones I made, put on. Here, look, here's Cam, and see how big that picture is there? So, yeah, he had teal hair. He changes his hair every month. Okay, so let's see. All right, I got to get some hot water, and I got to bring it in here and pour it in this. Let's see. All right, my coffee is cold, so let's just use my coffee cup. Hang on, guys. All right, let me get some hot water. And it doesn't have to be boiling hot water, just like pretty warm. So I just used my coffee mug here. So I'm going to put these in here. Okay, I'm going to stick them in the warm water for a minute. Oh, great. We're supposed to draw on this in a minute. I'll just roll it down. This is all on a roll still, because we're on a roll. All right, so I'm going to let that soak for just a minute or 5 in my warm water here. Look, she's staring at us. That's creepy looking, isn't it, guys? Okay, so let me do a test in my chat to make sure. Is it still rolling here? Thanks everybody for being here. We have almost 100 people this morning. Thanks everybody with the new chat. Okay, so I'm going to roll this down now. And we can start drawing. Now, do I want to draw a chicken? I thought about drawing a chicken. Again, a big chicken. Not a bagpipe chicken, but just a chicken. Let's see. Let's find out. Well, hey, I'll do this. I'll let y'all decide what we're going to draw. And I'll just look up a reference and we'll sketch something out. What would y'all like to see drawn? I think I need to turn the light back down again now that the sun's back out. The sun's back out. Ooh, what happened to my hand color? It got a weird color. No, not that. Well, anyway, we'll just have to roll with the weird color of my hand. I don't know what that's all about. Okay. A duck, Chicken Little. Yeah, I was going to draw a chicken, a roaring lion. All right, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go with the chicken for now, and then we'll just, y'all think about it, okay? Y'all think about something, because I kind of threw that at you. So, let's look up a chicken. All right, come on, iPad. Why are you slow? I know you're old, but come on. A gargoyle. Yeah, I've actually carved gargoyle stamps. So, and I actually drew some gargoyles. Oh, speaking of, let me go to images there to get some chickens. I showed this last time, well, a couple times ago. Oh, here's a whole bunch more of my sketches too. There's some squirrels and some other things. Oh well, I won't show y'all every sketch. Is it in here? This is two, yeah. No, this was, yeah. So I showed these, some of my Inktobers. Here's 2015 and 2016. And that video didn't upload. I know they're already in there. You can look at all my Inktobers and in the playlist. So I'm going to do a quick flip real quick. I'm just going to flip real quick. So these are my Inktobers from 2016. Oh, I got to start a new video. I'm glad I did this because I want to start a new video for the drawing. So we'll start another one for that. But these were my Inktobers. It was, I determined to do, I started to want to do all reptiles. Then I wanted to make sure I added some kind of Celtic knot. And then it went to at least an ink blot. So it went from all reptiles to, well, I can't think of 31 reptiles. I mean, I could draw like them in different positions. Like I could draw a frog in a position and then, different views or parts of frogs or frog legs, But then I said, I also want to do some kind of Celtic knotting in each one. Well, that was like taking me way long because you do one a day for 31 days. So then it just went to having an ink blot. So every picture has ink blots and splats, but they all don't have reptiles and Celtic knots. They start out that way. See, they start out that way. So these were my Inktobers from last year. I'm just going to do a quick flip through them here. Since this segment is studio update and sketches. And then we'll start another video for the other. This one's a lizard. See, his tongue looks like one of those little party favors. So I put a party hat on him. I like the little bat face. It's got a cute little face. And again, with some Celtic knotting. I did quite a few with the Celtic knotting. But I think they kind of, there's a little bit there. But I think toward the end of the month. Oh, thanks, Lindsay. Toward the end of the month. Look, we got a little swirl there. Oh, this one right here is a reversible one. It's like you can view it either way. So you can either see it this way or you turn it around, it's the same picture. And I signed it the same way. I do these every now and then, and I will double sign them when I do those kind of things. So it can be either way. The picture can be seen upside down or right side up. Horned toad. Again, I think we're out of Celtic knots by here. But we still did the ink splots and the... Oh, no, there's one. Oh, I guess we're at it there. Then there's a fossil coming out of an egg. Then there's the world at the top there. Yes, a party favor tongue. And then, so now we're out of reptiles now. So there's a moth, and then we're getting close to Halloween. So I started doing. This was the 21st. So I started doing some creepy things, like there's some spiders, some spider webs, a mouse, and a rat, and something splatted under his hand there. Some pumpkins, and if you never notices that there's inkwells for eyes, for pupils, there's inkwells, and then we got some quills and brushes sticking out of the tops, and then there's the splot. A haunted castle with bats. Thanks, Eileen. Raven on Poe's tombstone. An ink-breathing dragon. Here's the gargoyles. This is what made me, somebody said draw gargoyles. Here's where we drew the gargoyles in Inktober. So there's 2 gargoyles conversing. Hey, Abby girl. Is it Abby? Who is it? Yeah, Abby girl. Bye, Abby. And this one, I didn't say what it was, and people couldn't figure out what it was. Cam figured it out. It's not a volcano. It's a melting witch hat. Or the witch melted, and that's her hat. And then a scarecrow. And a creepy tree and a graveyard or cemetery. A spider and a spider web. He's the blob. See, if you notice, he's the blob. And then just for fun, we did a little Charlie Brown grape pumpkin. So that was last year. And then I won't go through it, but I'll just do a quick flip. Inktober 2015, we did all sea creatures. Sea creatures, fish, kelp. They're in my Inktober playlist if you want to see them. So that was what we did in 2015. And the light's flashing out again. So anyway. Alright, so I'm going to stop this video. And then we'll start another one. Where we're going to draw on a big paper here. So, oh no, wait. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, let me move this paper real quick, just for a minute. Let's roll it back. Put the heat gun on it. Hold it there so I don't get my paper all wet. Alright, so now what I need to do, let me just get this to play on, is let's see if our packing tape transfers are ready to peel. So what you do after they're nice and wet like this, then you peel off the back. And it's easier to do it in running water. I'm just going to dip it. But you peel off the paper now. See how I'm going to roll the paper off the tape? See how I'm doing that? I'm just peeling the paper off the back of the tape. And you got to kind of keep wetting it to, you know, because it's a mess. So I'm going to peel off the paper off the back. Obviously, I'll be getting a fresh cup of coffee on the break. And a paper towel to dry my desk. And you just peel all the paper, the magazine image, you know, the magazine paper off. That's pretty good. There's a little bit left there. Okay, so there's your magazine, and it's clear. See? It's like translucent. Now, again, there's a few little smudges of paper I haven't peeled off yet. You got to just take your time and get it all peeled off the back. And then, let me get a piece of paper. You'll see, let's do one more last little clean. So it's translucent. You've put the image onto a piece of packing tape. See? Let me turn down the light again, or turn down the see? And then you can glue this on anything. So it's clear. See? Isn't that cool? It's just a piece of packing tape. And so then now when you put it on anything, see? Isn't that cool? Yeah. All right, so let's see about this one in here. Let's peel. Okay, so this was the one with the thicker paper, and it's still, let me get a paper towel because I'm making a big mess of this. A lot of water here. I should probably just get a towel, but all right, so let's peel this one off and do the same thing. And do it in a bowl, not a coffee cup. You can't wait to try it. It's fun. Yeah, you need a magazine image though. I mean, some, I don't know, I think some work better than others. I'm just using these fashion magazines. I need a Vogue. Okay, so here we go. So let's kind of dry this up, because we're going to draw here in a minute. I'll hit this with the heat gun on the break. All right, so again, so now we have a see-through, see-through piece of packing tape, right? Yeah, DIY. This is old, guys. This has been around forever. Seriously. I don't know if it's been around since Eileen, what's her name? Aileen's crafting channel. Okay, so anyway, Carol Duvall. So there you go. That's what it looks like. Now we'll put it on a piece of paper so you can see. See? Isn't that cool? And you can do this with anything. Yeah, this is what we use it for, Valerie, is in art journals. That's what we art journal girls do this in, is art journals. But yeah, just a little packing tape transfer. So, yeah. And then there's the other one. Okay, so I'm going to stop this video, dry up, clean this up, get some fresh cup of coffee, and we'll be right back. So thanks for watching, guys.